A landscaping company in Charlotte booked 47 spring cleanup jobs before March even started. His competitor down the road? Scrambling for work the first week of spring like he does every single year. Same service area, same size crew, same quality work. The difference? One of them launched a campaign in January. The other one waited until customers started calling. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact spring cleanup marketing campaign that books out your March, and I'll give you the complete seasonal launch framework for free. Let's get into it. I just analyzed spring booking data from 39 landscaping companies across the Southeast and Midwest. Half of them started marketing spring cleanups in March. Spring is here, book your cleanup. The other half started in mid-January. Here's what happened. The March group filled about 60% of their availability, spent the rest of the month chasing leads, discounting prices, and stressing about payroll. The January group? Fully booked by March 1st, waitlisted by March 15th. Some even raised prices mid-campaign because demand was so high. Same service, same season, completely different outcome. Now, before I give you the campaign, because it flat out works, I need to show you why waiting until spring to sell spring is a death sentence for your schedule. Because this is the mistake that keeps landscapers broke every single February. Here's what it looks like. A landscaper finishes his last fall cleanup in November. December and January are slow. He does a few odd jobs, maybe some snow work. Then February hits. He starts posting on Facebook. Spring cleanup's now available. Call for your free estimate. Problem is, so does every other landscaper in town. All at the same time. All saying the same thing. Homeowners are suddenly getting hit with 15 identical messages. So what do? They price shop. They pick the cheapest one. Or they pick whoever they used last year because it's easier. You just became a commodity, competing on price in a crowded market. But what if you were the only landscaper in their inbox in January, when nobody else was even thinking about spring yet? That changes everything. Let me explain the psychology of why this works. And I break down the full seasonal marketing calendar in the free guide. But here's the core concept. Homeowners start thinking about their yard 4 to 6 weeks before spring arrives. Not consciously. They're not searching for landscapers in January. But when they see a message that says, your neighbor's yard is going to look better than yours this spring, something clicks. That seed gets planted. By the time March comes, they don't shop around. They already have a landscaper in mind. You. Because you were first. And in marketing, first almost always wins. This is the same reason Christmas ads start in October. Black Friday deals launch in early November. The businesses that sell seasonal services before the season dominate the businesses that sell during the season. Chapter 1 in the free guide breaks down the full 12-month marketing calendar for landscapers, what to promote and when, so you're never scrambling for work in any season. Links pinned in the comments below. All right, here's the campaign. I'm going to break it down into 3 phases. Phase 1, the early bird launch. This runs mid-January through the end of January. This is your unfair advantage. Nobody else is marketing spring cleanups right now. Here's exactly what you do. Send an email and a text to every customer from last year. Every single one. The message. Hey Nem, it's your name from company. I'm locking in our spring cleanup schedule right now, and I'm giving last year's customers first priority before we open it up to everyone else. Want me to pencil you in for the same week as last year? That's it. Simple, personal. And the key phrase is first priority. People love feeling like insiders, like they're getting access before everyone else. A landscaper in Ohio sent this exact message to his 112 previous customers on January 18th. 31 booked within 72 hours, 31 jobs, 1 text message, 3 days. He didn't spend $1 on advertising. The Chapter 2 customer reactivation templates in the free guide give you the exact emails, texts, and even a voicemail script for this phase, word for word. Just fill in your name. Grab it from the link pinned in the comments. Phase 2, the public launch. This runs the first 2 weeks of February. Now you open it up to everyone. But you don't just say, spring cleanups available. That's boring. Nobody clicks on boring. Here's the framework that works. You need three things in every ad, every post, every email: urgency, specificity, and social proof. Urgency. We only take 40 spring cleanup jobs and 12 spots are already filled. Real scarcity, not fake. You actually booked those 12 in phase 1. Specificity. Don't say spring cleanup. Say full spring cleanup including leaf removal, bed edging, mulch refresh, shrub trimming, and first mow of the season. People buy specifics, not vague promises. Social proof. Before and after photos from last spring. Here's what we did for the Johnsons on Maple Street. Real houses, real results. Now here's where you run ads. Facebook is your primary platform for this. Why? Because you're creating demand, not capturing it. Nobody is searching Google for spring cleanup in February, but they are scrolling Facebook. Target homeowners within your service radius, age 30 to 65. Household income above $75,000. Homeowners only, not renters. The ad. A carousel of before and after photos. Headline. Spring cleanup spots are filling up. Here's what's left. Call to action. Message us your address for a same-day quote. A landscaper in Tennessee ran this exact ad with a $200 budget in early February. Generated 63 leads. Booked 22 jobs. Average job value? $385. That's $8,470 from $200 in ad spend. 42x return. Chapter 3 in the free guide gives you the complete ad templates, images, headlines, body copy, and targeting settings for Facebook. Plus the Google ad framework to layer on top once people start searching in late February. All done for you. Phase 3, the urgency close. This runs the last 2 weeks of February. This is where you fill your remaining spots and create a wait list. By now you should be 60 to 75% booked. The messaging shifts. Everything becomes about scarcity. Email to your list. We're down to our last 9 spring cleanup spots. Once they're gone, the next available opening is mid-April. Reply yes to lock in your date. Facebook post. Not an ad, an organic post. Post a screenshot of your actual schedule. Block out the booked slots. Show the open ones. This is what's left for March. When these fill, we're closed until April. People can see with their own eyes that it's almost full. That's more powerful than any headline. Text message to every lead who inquired but didn't book. Hey No, I know you asked about spring cleanup a couple weeks ago. Just wanted to give you a heads up. We're almost fully booked for March. I've got specific dates left. Want me to hold one for you? That hold one for you line is gold. It shifts from selling to doing them a favor. A landscaper in Maryland used this 3-phase campaign last year. January 15th through February 28th. 45 days total. Results? 53 spring cleanup jobs booked before March 1st. Waitlist of 11 more. He raised his price by 15% on the last 8 spots because demand justified it. Total revenue from spring cleanups alone, $21,000. His best spring ever. And he spent $350 on ads. The Chapter 4 urgency templates in the free guide give you every email, text, and social media post for this phase, pre-written with the fill-in-the-blank format. Just plug in your numbers and send. Now here's the piece most landscapers completely miss. Spring cleanups aren't just about spring cleanups. They're your gateway to recurring revenue. Every spring cleanup customer is a potential weekly maintenance client, a potential mulch refresh in June, a potential fall cleanup in October. The landscapers who crush it don't just book the cleanup and move on. They upsell during the service. Here's how. When you finish the spring cleanup, before you leave the property, take a photo of the finished yard. Text it to the homeowner with this message. All done. Here's how your yard looks. Quick question. Would you like us to keep it looking like this all season? Our weekly maintenance program starts at price per visit. I can add you to our route since we're already in your neighborhood. Already in your neighborhood. That line removes the friction. It doesn't feel like a new decision. It feels like a natural extension. A landscaper in Indiana converted 22 of his spring cleanup customers into weekly maintenance clients using this exact text. 22 accounts at $160 per month each. That's $3,520 in monthly recurring revenue from a single text message after each job. Chapter 5 in the free guide shows you the complete upsell system, the on-site script, the follow-up text, and the maintenance program pricing template that converts cleanups into year-round accounts. Let me give you one more real example. Bright Yard Landscaping in Georgia. Small operation, owner, and 2 guys. Every spring was the same chaos. Slow January, panic in February, scrambling through March with inconsistent bookings. He ran this 3-phase campaign for the first time. Phase 1, January 18th. Texted his 67 previous customers. 19 rebooked in the first week. Phase 2, February 1st. Launched Facebook ads with a $400 budget, generated 41 leads, booked 17 more jobs. Phase 3, February 15th. Urgency messaging. Booked the final 11 spots, created a waitlist of 8. Total, 47 spring cleanup jobs locked in by February 28th. But here's the real win. He converted 16 of those into weekly maintenance. That's recurring revenue he never had before. By April, he was making more per month than he used to make in his best quarter. I put together everything I just covered, plus a lot more, in a free guide. It's called The Landscaping Seasonal Marketing Playbook. Chapter 1 is the full 12-month marketing calendar, what to promote, when to launch, and how early to start for every season. Chapter 2 gives you the customer reactivation templates, emails, texts, and voicemail scripts that bring last year's customers back first. Chapter 3 is the complete ad framework. Facebook and Google templates with targeting, copy, and creative specs all done for you. Chapter 4 has every urgency message for the close phase, emails, texts, and social posts that fill your last spots and build a waitlist. Chapter 5 is the upsell system that turns one-time cleanup customers into year-round maintenance accounts. The link is pinned right in the comments below. Scroll down, click it, completely free. Now I want to hear from you. When do you usually start marketing your spring cleanups? January, February, or are you one of the ones waiting until March? Drop a comment below. I read every single one and I'll tell you exactly when to launch based on your market. If this helped, subscribe. I post new landscaping business strategies every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Go grab the free guide. Links pinned in the comments. Just scroll down and click it. I'll see you in the next one.